Zone.
www.digginginthe.dome.com.
It's actually live now.
Yay! We did it. Finally.
Mostly I did it.
Yeah, Kevin did it.
But you do everything else, so I had to do something.
I know. Well, I mean, that's fine.
We give credit where credit's due, damn it.
Well, divide and conquer.
Yeah,
That's how we roll. Welcome to Digging in the Dome. We have a website. Go be on the website.
Yes.
Go check it out. And eventually we'll have things that you could buy on the website. But
it's a work in progress, but it is officially live. We own the domain and everything.
The dome main?
Yeah. Oh, God.
What do you call someone who gets mad when they don't have any bread? Lactose intolerant. All right.
Dee dee.
You're the worst. Seriously.
So we are here filled with joy, and there is a reason for that, because Kevin and I got to watch our first game of football.
Yes.
And it was a successful.
It was a concurrent victory for our two teams.
And I got to say, Kevin was very pessimistic is a good way to put it. Yeah, he was just like, they're not going to win.
I was skeptical at best.
Right, and you're like, they're winning. You're like, I don't care. They're still going to lose. I'm like, come on, man.
Yeah, and then they blocked that punt, and I high-stepped it across the deck.
Yeah. Kevin celebrated like he blocked the punt.
But I did.
He's like, but it was a good time was had by all. Kevin made some delicious salsa. Well done, sir.
Yes.
And I'm using those tomatoes on the regular basis. So
awesome.
Kevin is a gardener.
Yeah,
I am not.
Yeah. Gardening is something that was passed down to me from my mother. Mm-hmm. She is huge into gardening. My uncle George is huge into gardening. Just something that I just do a little bit. It's like I don't go nuts about it. Yes. You know, it's usually like peppers, tomatoes. Mm-hmm. You know, that type of simple stuff. Herbs.
Kevin's putting a cornfield in his front yard.
Just like my side hustle, corn.
Yeah, why not?
I chuck it at intruders.
Exactly. Spooky corn. Can you imagine just a cornfield in your front yard?
So, we both watched the Shane Gillis stand-up special.
Oh my God, it was so funny.
And it's so goddamn funny. But he was making fun of Western Pennsylvanians a little bit, not too much, but just people from Pittsburgh in general. But you brought up corn, and we're getting into the fall season and stuff like that, which we'll talk about a little later.
Yeah.
But my cousins and stuff, their friends back in the day when you wanted to do like, hood rat shit with your friends. Yeah. They would go cornin, which was...
that sounds a lot like cornholing, which is very scary. I
am cornholio. Pee for my bunghole. So they would go into the fields, the cornfields, take ears of corn out of these cornfields, and then drive around and chuck them in houses.
Yo, you know how mad I'd be if a fucking rocketed corn
right through your fucking window.
Oh my God.
Right through your fucking front window.
It'd be like,
yeah, they would go
sharp ass corn.
Look it up, man. It is a real thing that Western Pennsylvania does.
What the fuck is wrong with people? Yeah. Isn't there also a thing, and this is probably more in the Midwest, where people go and like they tip cows over for some reason?
Cow tipping for sure. They do plenty of that in like Lancaster County for sure.
We've got fans all over the place now, which is pretty cool. Yeah. But and I'm not disparaging your hobbies, but you're tipping over a poor the cow's just it's not fucking with you. You're just tipping it over for what? To see it drop? Look at it drop.
I mean, there's some places there's not much to do. You got to make your own fun.
I mean,
you know what I mean?
You don't have a fucking stack of Uno cards, like fucking Jesus Christ.
You can't buy cow tipping on the Nintendo Switch.
It's like Animal Crossing.
the hot new release. Pat Petting. I call it Pat Petting.
Like a dick dash.
Exactly.
Shit.
Yeah, so football was good to us. Mm-hmm. I'm rocking my Britney Spears t-shirt because Britney is free.
She's free
and
Britney.
Now engaged. She went from free to lockdown immediately.
Yeah, she's like, oh, well.
I'm free. Now I'm not.
Oh, well.
But she is free from her father oppressor. Yes. As we talked about on
strange, man.
2 or 3 podcasts ago, we talked about that.
Celebrities, like fucking weird stuff, man.
Yeah, there's
like
all kinds of weird
things.
The Met Gala just happened, which if you want to talk about some weird shit, man.
We'll put some pictures up.
Holy.
Why
fuck
are people, and look, I'm not judging. Wear what you want. But why are dudes all of a sudden wearing long fucking skirts that like go to...
That's the least of my concern.
That's a really odd look to me. And it's fine. But it's just like, am I now going to start?
And that's fucking completely acceptable.
Which one? Was that one?
I said dudes wear kilts.
That's different. But that's different.
But the Met Gala in and of itself, it's rich people being weird for the sake of being weird, calling it fashionable, and then raising money, as they say, for
the person that had the white dress that said "tax the rich" on the back.
Yeah, that was what's her name? She's a senator or congresswoman.
Congresswoman, yeah. Whatever her name is.
But tax the rich while you're in a fucking giant $25,000 a plate event.
Yeah, I came here in a helicopter.
Yeah, exactly.
But tax the rich, except for me.
Fucking Kim Kardashian, who looked like fucking a Dementor from fucking Harry Potter.
She really did. That's hilarious.
And then, oh god, it's too many outfits to name of how it's just. The weird for being the sake of weird and calling it fashion is just an oddity to me.
Yeah, I mean, like,
but some dudes look dope, man. Like, some of them look like Channing Tatum had a dope fucking tux on that was like, I think it was like the Versace fucking tux. It was fucking dope as shit.
Yep.
Russ Westbrook and Steph Curry were there. Yeah. And they were dappered out. They both looked awesome. Like,
some people look like they were just dressed to the nines, which is great. Yeah. But then the people was the Met Gala the place where of the event where Lady Gaga came in a meat dress that one year?
I don't remember. I'm sure it may
literally it was a dress of meat.
That was a couple of years ago.
Which, by the way, probably smelled terrible. Like, oh god, it stinks. Did they take it off her and then cook it and then serve it to people?
Your meat dress has flies. There was the one girl who looked like, and you'll have to pull it up at some point and post it in. She looked like one of the robots from The Fifth Element. One of those alien robots.
Yeah.
Her whole shit was like it was in like the middle. It looked like a fucking tremor worm.
Like, how do you like if you're like a dude and you're like going to like, you're single, ready to mingle, and you're trying to go to one of the fucking Fifth Element robot girls? How do you kick game to that? You're like, hey, nice giant shoulders. I mean, I don't know, what are you doing?
Do you know where Lilu Dallas is?
Multi-pass.
It's just that's a weird ass event, but started football, went well. Jalen Hurts put the hurting on Atlanta. Oh yeah, that was fucking amazing. So he performed valiantly.
Yes.
Aaron Rodgers did not.
No, he had he
submarined my fantasy team like a mofo.
Yeah.
Oh, that was disappointing.
That was not good. That's not good.
And then I, of course, did the asshole thing, and I went back and looked at the draft results.
Yeah.
And saw that I took Aaron Rodgers like 4 picks before Jalen Hurts went. And I was like,
damn it. That's what you want. I want to go back in time.
My own buddy Saronic was like, man, why do you do that to yourself?
Yeah, like, there's nothing you can do about it. You're just going to piss yourself off. Of course, you're literally Monday morning quarterbacking your draft.
100%. Yep.
Yeah, that's not good for you. That's bad news. So
yeah, you won though in our week 1 fantasy matchup.
Which is a very rare thing for me. So I'm happy about that.
As your running backs were falling off a cliff like lemmings.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, I tell you, if you want to have a leg injury, you get drafted to the Baltimore Ravens and become their running back, because apparently I don't know what they're doing to them, like whipping them with like sticks or something like that. Or
I hope so.
Kevin hates the Ravens.
Fall.
Yeah,
let them all fall.
Yeah,
let God sort them out.
And we got football tonight.
Yes.
And the Giants against the Washington football team.
Which you're hoping that. Meteor falls on the stadium.
Yeah, exactly. If something could just drop napalm on that whole area.
Speaking of napalm, most importantly, we need to discuss the one chip challenge.
We can talk about it.
We are survivors.
Barely.
We made it through.
Yeah.
Chris has created something, and he'll either put it in at some point in the podcast.
I'll put it in the podcast.
But he has a supercut.
A supercut of the pain leading up to it, and then the number of times. And so... Because this will be in here and we'll see it right now, I'm going to allow you to think and venture a guess as to, because I think they actually, wait, if I'm not mistaken,
the number of times you say my stomach hurts.
I'm pretty sure that you did. I think I guessed. Did you say 8?
Yes, I guess 8 times throughout the podcast.
So now, and there's 2 different, and you'll get the whole cut of this when we get into there. But like the number of actual times that I referenced the chip causing me pain directly after that, and I'm just recounting, make sure I have the right number.
I was just saying my stomach hurts specifically, but that's a lot more than 8 head nods.
19 times. 19. And I think, all right, in fairness to those two of those 19 might have been my lungs hurt because there was burning my chest.
Right. Or my tongue hurts or something like that.
But all the remainder of the 17 was all my stomach. My stomach, my stomach hurts. And it's like it's like just natural reaction to it because like after it, and I think what was the, I put it in a place of honor up here in celebration of our victory over the chip. But it said was a gut slash was stage 4 of the experience. Well, that lasted for not only all of the podcast after I ate that dumb chip, but days after.
Oh yeah, I could truly say that the heat that happens to your mouth and face and head pales in comparison to what it does to your internal stomach and your insides, your colon,
all of it.
Like my stomach hurt too, probably not as much as yours.
No.
But then the next day, at 4:30 in the morning, I had to I woke up from dead sleep and sprint into the bathroom.
And was it like?
And I believe I texted you in the morning, and told you later in the morning and told you that I shit lit gasoline is what I said.
That's right. And I think that I told you, I said to you multiple times over the next couple of days, I'm on the bowl again.
Yeah, it was one of the most unpleasant experiences that I've ever dealt with. From like worse than any of like the hottest of the hot wings that I've ever eaten before.
It's not even close. Because there's something. Look, you're eating those wings not because they're super hot, but because they're delicious.
It tastes good.
It tastes good. You could see
it tastes like shit.
We're like.
Yeah, it just tasted like it tasted like nothing.
Nothing except
hot.
Eventually hot.
Yes.
Unbelievably painfully hot. And then apparently, I don't know what happened, but because you said when we originally did this that you couldn't get the chip anywhere. You had to order it online.
Well, that was our last year's chip.
Right.
This year's chip is everywhere.
Well, which is danger. What the fuck is that? Is that like a terrorist attack? Are they planning these things? Is Pocky part of ISIS?
It's possible.
It's dude, they're like, let us get these infidels. we will burn them out.
Iraqi, Pocky.
Oh shit!
It's a correlation there.
QAnon, here we come.
But yeah, I texted you. I was at the shore for vacation for my birthday.
Yeah, you're like, why did I do this to myself on my birthday vacation?
I texted you, and I was at the Wawa on 26th Street in Avalon, New Jersey, and they had them.
You had showed me a picture of it, and they had this
one sale at Wawa, and a warning sign next to it.
But the sign was tilted and off. If you didn't if you weren't really paying attention, oh, the one chip challenge. I've heard of this, and then all of a sudden,
the sign. We'll post a picture of it because I sent you a picture of it. The sign itself. It basically was saying listen, don't buy this. It's hot. Don't buy this for your kids, which what led me to believe that someone bought that for one of their children and they ate it. And that kid went fucking ape shit and probably went to the hospital or something.
Oh my God.
And then came back and complained to Wawa.
But here's what you did. These are in convenience stores on the throughway traffic to a shore. So which means that there might be a kid that's sitting in the backseat of a car how many car accidents did this stupid chip cause?
Well, parents are exhausted.
Yeah.
The kid's fucking yammering at them. I want the one chip. I want this chip.
All right, shut the fuck up. I'll give you the chip.
I just give it to you. And then they have to go to the hospital because your kid's fucking rocketing fire out of their ass.
Vacation's been ruined.
MS!
All right, so wait, here. I'm going to let you listen to the number of times. Here we go.
The supercut.
All right, here we go.
I'll go first.
Oh, my stomach hurts. My stomach really hurts, by the way. It's starting to hurt again.
You can...
God hurts.
You can start hallucinating from this.
Dude, my stomach hurts. It really hurts.
You said it 8 times.
Dude, I'm telling you, my stomach, it's just the worst. I'm not going back to this chip, but it seems to be fucking dominating this thing. My lungs hurt. My lungs actually hurt. There's heat. I feel because they've got the pulpit. They can say whatever the fuck they want. And I know I keep on coming back to this. My stomach hurts so bad right now. I'm oh God. A lot of cities are doing this. We're talking about doing it.
Yep. The Chris's soundboard is bored.
It's no, it's you know what it is. It's literally, I'm physically injured from that goddamn chip. It's really fucking me up. All right, so here we go.
Your children will be subjugated.
I can't scream. My stomach hurts. I don't know. We're not going to subjugate anybody. My stomach is subjugating my asshole right now. It feels like someone. It does. I'm not even kidding. Like my stomach feels bloated and hot, and like someone just stuck a knife in my fucking gut.
August.
Sorry.
We're
well, number one, my stomach hurts. Number two, stomach really is bugging me.
It's like you right now.
Yeah. Oh God. Everything in the inside's on fire. Napalmed my stomach.
Ralph,
Every one I don't take, you're going to take.
Possibly.
Oh, shit. My stomach's
Mr. Frank's fantastic.
My stomach hurts.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
So
Doggy. I told you, man.
Oh my God, that's so fucking funny.
It just kept on coming up. My stomach, ow, my stomach. All I could do was talk about it because it hurt so bad.
Yeah, it was like your only relief was like expressing out loud, like trying to expel out of your mouth the pain that was inside of your stomach.
But I was also trying to like say, like, oh God, my stomach, like it like I was trying to explain like the pain, like, oh, my chest, it's like almost to the point where I was like, is this normal? Am I going to die? Like, like,
do I need to go to the hospital?
Like, I really, because like, because it was bad enough. And if you watch the video in the very beginning, when I'm like, the first time it hits me and I'm like, like that was real. I wasn't like putting it on. And then when I screamed like guttural anger, like, also real.
Yeah.
That Chip, fuck you. I hate it.
I'm just waiting for you to be like crumpled on the ground, not moving.
Yeah.
And just go around the desk, fucking push you out of there. Welcome to Digging in the Dome.
Yes, welcome to the solo Digging in the Dome podcast. It's a dome, a single dome, my dome.
Yeah, so, and then you got a text message or a work IM, I believe it was.
Yeah.
From one of your coworkers / fans of the podcast.
Yes.
Who sent you a message that I posted on our Instagram.
Dude, it's so funny. And I'll pop it up here. And I don't know, like, if you see something, maybe this is why I'm different than other people, like in terms of like how you react to something. When I see somebody do that, right? And I never watch, like, just for clarity, before Kevin introduced me to the One Chip Challenge, A, I didn't know it was a thing.
Yep.
B, leading up to and while we were doing it, I had never seen anybody do it.
Nope.
Like I didn't know what it was. Like I didn't know how bad, like, cause I had no barometer as to, I knew it came in a coffin, which was not good news, but I didn't know like it was going to be that hot. So when you see somebody go through that and you're like, what would compel you to say, I'm going to do that now? That's nuts.
Well, I mean, one, there's the bravado of it.
Yeah.
It's the, if that guy's a bitch, I could totally do it. My mom tried to drop that on me while she was drunk at dinner while we were out to dinner on my birthday. Yeah. She was like, I ate the California Reaper before. I'm like, well, first of all, it's Carolina Reaper, so I know you're lying.
I had the North Dakota Sleeper. What?
So, and secondly, I'm like, I'm not gonna participate in sending you this chip, and then it's like fucking my mom's in ICU because she had a heart attack caused by capsaicin overload. What happened to you?
Oh, my son convinced me to do the One Chip Challenge. You lying bitch! I didn't fucking convince you to do shit.
Exactly.
You decided that you wanted to do that shit.
Hell no. Yeah. So there's the bravado of it. He can't do it, but I could totally handle it.
Oh, I'm fine. Yeah, I'll handle it. No.
And secondly, it's you want to say that you were able to conquer it. You know what I mean? It's just like, hey, I tried it. It didn't kill me. But
yes,
I promise you it's not worth it.
No. And so this is what our fan said. Did the One Chip Challenge with my family last night. Inspired by you, of course. It was awful. I've never seen a grown man cry so hard in my life. It was both one of the most hysterical and worst experiences of my life, which about captures it.
Yeah, it's a pretty good summary of what occurs.
One thing that I was proud of, because I thought that I acted like a little bitch after that for the entire podcast. You just heard me like rattle off 17, 18, like my stomach hurts. But I didn't cry.
No.
I didn't cry. So I got to look at the bright side. Why are you trying to take away my silver lining, you fuck?
All I'm saying is I win.
Well, okay. Well, fair. So the other thing that happened, which was pretty cool, is Kevin's on vacation. He's doing his thing, and our new buddy DJ Bonix, Brandon.
Yes.
Texts Kevin and says, "Hey, what are you up to?" And he said, "I'm at the shore." And then Kevin texts me and said, "Hey, it's his Bonix birthday. I think that he's looking to hang out." And so I text Brandon, and Brandon's like, "Yeah, come on over." And so I hung out for 6 hours with his family and friends. Why you don't look at it with stink at me? I mean, it's
not your fault, but I'm just jealous. You shouldn't be mad.
Well, it was fun. I had a great time meeting his aunts and like eating all his the amazing food.
Girlfriend's dumbass family.
Yeah, well,
no offense,
Ryan. Wow, whoops. We like you, but not as much as DJ Bonix. Wiz Khalifa's DJ is here. Well,
you're like, no. Yeah, I'm hanging out with Hempsey, and I'm hanging out with fucking the guitar
player, the drummer from Wiz Khalifa's band. Yeah.
Oh man,
that was a good time. Mad. We had a blast.
But yeah, dude,
it was awesome. It was fun, and Brandon made it safely to
met my
Las
friend
Vegas.
Jackie, who's amazing. She's
Jackie.
The best.
And if Jackie hopefully becomes was hopefully at some point a fan of this podcast.
Yeah, of course.
Shout out Jackie, you were awesome.
Yeah, and she's amazing.
As Build, a wonderful human being.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, we had a good time. So that was a good time, and happy birthday, Brandon. We had a very good time. Thank you for inviting me into your home.
Yeah, man. Wonderful. Like the world is very ugly right now. There's not too many people that I didn't know previously that I want to make acquaintances with. Mm-hmm. Brandon is one of the truly, truly special people, like really genuinely good person in this world. Like, very happy that we made friends with him.
Not a phony bone in that guy's body.
Not even a little bit.
No.
And from what I gather, he can smoke with the best of them.
Good Lord. Yeah. I forgot many things after that. And I forgot many things before that, but that didn't help. Yeah. But it was a good time. We had a great time.
Dude, I was super jealous of him. He got to fucking hang out with Ice Cube because he was in Vegas for the Raiders home opener. And he's doing the Yardine, and I hope I'm not pronouncing that incorrectly.
Yardine.
Thing out there in Vegas, and got to be. He's just a super cool dude, man. And he's just like continues to marvel me with how down to earth he is and all the cool shit he's got going on. And his travel is insane.
Bananas. Like the best part is because he's moving from Lansdale, Pennsylvania all the way to Vegas.
Right.
So he's got all this stuff. So he takes me downstairs.
Previously was in Austin, Texas.
So he had to drive the stuff that he had in Austin up to Vegas.
Yes.
And then he flew back to Lansdale, hung out with his family before he packed up for good, and then head to Vegas. And in that process, because again, it wasn't like it was a family party. I was hanging out with his family, which was, again, very appreciative of being able to be invited to his home to do that. And so what was happening, though, was a normal process of things when people move out and go west, my son.
Right.
Which was, come down to the basement. Look at all this stuff. Like, anything you want, that kind of thing, right? So he's got these giant shelves full of records.
Right. Oh, yeah. Of course.
Wall-to-wall records.
Yeah.
He's got this DJ station. He's got a ring light where he does his things when he's recording stuff. And
he's got Charles Barkley and
Charles Barkley everywhere. He was showing me all these rolled up posters and things that he had in his room, like a Jordan poster, and he had a Barkley poster. And he goes, and the best part was, one of his, and I can't remember if it was a nephew or I think it was a nephew, was coming back upstairs, and in his hand was a gigantic Donatello doll. Like, it was like big fucking Donatello doll. And he's like, "Oh, this is one of many I have." He's like, "I'm giving it to him." But it was like he was giving things away to people because, and the other thing that was really funny is in the living room when I came in, the fireplace just had all pictures of Brandon up,
right?
Like different artists, like his fans did all these really cool drawings of him, right? And I was like, so is this like that all year round, or is it just for today? Because like
hung him up for his birthday.
Yeah, they just hung it up for his birthday. It was pretty cool.
That's fucking awesome, man. He's such a great dude.
Good dude.
Yeah,
Brandon Love Fest will be every segment in this podcast.
Third mic, Vegas.
Yeah, our correspondent. He's
to Vegas.
Yes, exactly. Well,
circa when's my kid due? So November.
Yes.
So it's
Harry the One and
Chris divorce December.
Yes, exactly. All of a sudden we're in Vegas. We're like, hey. Shit. So that's pretty funny. So okay. So
we gotta move on.
Yeah, we do. We have many things to cover today.
Yeah.
So where do we want to start?
I mean, let's just kick it off with a scenario.
Scenario's fine.
Cool. Here we go, yo. Here we go, yo. So what's the scenario? Here we go, yo. Here we go, yo. So what's the scenario?
Good news, everyone.
Good news.
It's good news. Kevin came up with this one.
It's fall.
It is.
The fall season. You know, all the things that come in fall. The weather is weirdly still like 80 degrees. But like,
can't I just put on jeans and a hoodie, you motherfuckers.
Exactly. We're starting to get into football.
I'm done.
All of the fall things are happening. So bad news is an evil wizard has come down and turned all of the items in your house into the pumpkin spice variety of that item. So the scenario is, what items that you use on a daily basis would you hate the most to have be pumpkin spiced? And which items do you actually think would be good?
I had a lot of thoughts about this, so I'm glad we're doing it. All right, so are we ready to flip?
Yeah, flip it. I'll call it.
Good?
Tails.
Tails it is.
All right, you go first.
All right. Oh, I'm going to go first. Thank you. All right, so I'm going to start. So this is the way we'll do it. I'm going to start with hate. You give hate. I'll go like. Or then you go like, and then I'll go like. Whatever. All right, so the first off the bat, okay, so I'm in the camp of I like it and enjoy pumpkin spice during a short window of time.
Right.
Like just like most normal human beings.
Yeah. And we get it.
That's the extent of it.
It gets earlier and earlier. Like it's like the middle of August. They're putting out like
pumpkin spice. I was like,
they're putting out the fucking fall beers and shit. Like,
yeah,
get your fucking fall out of my summer.
Yeah, exactly. Why am I getting a Halloween lager at 4th of July?
Yeah, exactly.
Unless it was sitting in your fridge from the previous one, which I'm also pissed about because you give me an old beer. But yeah, so and I can enjoy like I know people when I was going to get coffee at Wawa the other day, people were like pounding the pumpkin spice thing.
Right.
I'm not doing. I'll drink like one. Right. Maybe if someone's like, "Hey, a pumpkin spice thing," I'll drink that. Right. But it's only a few times during that season. Yeah. So the first thing that I thought of that I would absolutely not want is my toothbrush.
Like, or what I had was toothpaste.
Yeah, toothpaste.
So anything brushing your teeth. Pumpkin spice toothpaste.
I'm not going to carry that smell with me all year long.
So it's toothpaste.
I want to throw up. Dude, plus my mouth's going to perpetually... It's going to perpetually smell like I got done blowing the Headless Horseman. No, thank you.
You think the Horseman dick smells like pumpkin spice?
Well, his head's made of a pumpkin. Have you not seen fucking Sleepy Hollow? Well, I know.
Pumpkin is just a placement.
What do you think that only his head's made of pumpkin? His whole fucking body's a pumpkin guy. Yeah. I mean, like, doesn't make any sense. What is it, like a Mr. Potato Head, like a Lego? You can just pop it on.
I mean, I would assume that the rest of his body is just a body, and the pumpkin is replacing the missing head.
You just put the head on there. I don't know.
It's got pumpkin spice balls.
Yes, I guess. I don't know. Well, fucking pumpkin spice can't. Fucking Sam Hain, whoever. Anything that's got a pumpkin head, I'm not interested in it. So
wasn't there a horror movie called Pumpkinhead or something like that? Pumpkinhead.
That was one that scared me. Like when I was a
youngster.
Kid. Yeah, that was. It has Lance Henriksen in it.
Why do you know this?
I don't know. But toothbrush, toothpaste.
Gotcha.
Yeah, totally.
All right. My next pick, toothpaste was number one.
Okay.
I'd be fucking miserable if I had like toothpaste.
Oh, you would taste
mouthwash too, like pumpkin spice mouthwash. Like I use Listerine twice a day. Like once in the morning, once at night. And if I had to like rinse my mouth out with like pumpkin spice fucking Listerine, dude, I'd be furious.
Oh, aggravated. Oh God. But it tastes terrible.
Number 2 on my list, and probably should have been number 1, would be pumpkin spice toilet paper.
Oh, God, I didn't even think about that.
Wiping your ass with fucking cinnamon and like nutmeg.
It hurts.
Talk about fucking the one chip burning. Imagine wiping your ass with fucking cinnamon spice and nutmeg and fucking whatever else is in pumpkin spice. Dude, that would be horrible.
The worst thing ever.
On your butthole. Every what? How many times you shit a day? Once, at least once.
Once or twice, yeah.
Exactly. On your beehole. Pumpkin spice.
You would be dreading going in there like, oh man, I'm gonna have to use fucking orange toilet paper again. It stinks.
I mean, your butthole will be smelling pretty okay.
Yeah.
Why's your poopkin spice?
Yeah. Why's your ass smell like a Yankee candle?
Poopkin spice.
Well, you poopkin.
Poopkin spice. Patty. I call 5.
Oh God, man! I'm going to put another. I'm going to put another rendering.
I'm calling Charmin tomorrow. Poopkin spice toilet paper.
Hey Charmin, what do you think about this? I guarantee you, they'd be like, "Ooh, that's an idea." Hey, it's got leaves on it.
All right. So what else do you have?
So, The next one is bed sheets. So like I have a hard time.
Oh yeah, like the smell like emanating from the like pillow.
Oh god. Oh, can you imagine that? Dude, I have a hard time sleeping as it is. Now, if I was like just like, sitting there like ensconced in pumpkin spice forever in the summer,
dude,
I would hate that. I would sleep on the floor.
Yeah. It wouldn't matter if summer, fall, winter, just that smell permeating.
Dude, summer hot in your room.
Yeah.
It'll be like a hot pumpkin patch.
Oh, dude.
Sleeping in that.
That sweetness, like that like rotting sweetness.
No, thank you. Gross.
I like pumpkin spice coffee, like you said, here and there. Like I'll have one or two. Like it's not my favorite thing. I'm not gonna, but I'm certainly.
It's not something you order like. Because you
I can
like,
drink
I'm
it and not be like, bleh.
Right.
You know
Some people
I
like
mean?
when St. Patty's Day comes around, they have to get a shamrock shake because they love it so much.
But I like energy drinks, as do you.
Yep.
I would be furious if I woke up in the morning and or not in the morning because I don't use like at night, I'm going to mix myself a fucking drink and I had pumpkin spice Red Bull. I'd be so fucking mad.
You ever do that? Like when you accidentally get the wrong thing at the store and then you look and you're like, fuck, I don't want to drink this. Pumpkin spice Red Bull.
Pumpkin spice Monster. But like,
God,
dude.
it would taste terrible.
It'd be so bad. And they're just waiting. They're like, you know what? Somebody's going to want to drink a pumpkin spice fucking Monster.
Right.
Or Bang Energy or whatever is out there now. Dude, I would be so mad if I was like went to get a fucking pumpkin
and you're like,
spice.
God damn it.
It would be nasty as
fuck. I was wondering why this can was black with like a fucking like Halloween theme on it. Now I know. Great. This is bullshit. All right, so along that same line, mine was drinking glasses. Like
if like the glass was like long, so whatever you poured in it.
So anytime you're drinking something, and by the way, because one of the things that happens with your brain is that when you smell something, you automatically like kind of taste it, even if it's a phantom taste. It's like there. So every drink that you have will taste like pumpkins.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be so annoying. So even if you did have Red Bull, you'd be like, oh, great. Like regular Red Bull. And you're like, this tastes like this is terrible. This is fucking awful, man.
Oh man.
God. All right. So what did you like? What did you like? Or unless you had more than you hated.
I'm good with my hates. I mean, I could go on and on, but but we'll move on to the likes.
Yeah.
So one that I think I might like, and this it's because it's all your like daily use items and things that you're doing.
Yeah.
So like you kind of have to pick and choose. None of them are ideal. But like if I had like a pumpkin spice body wash, wouldn't be the worst thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
smell like a pumpkin.
All right, maybe that's not the best choice.
You're like, can you imagine sitting there? You're like, oh man, I really wish this was like Irish Springs.
If you had to choose that, like, if like, all right, you could choose that over like anything else, like, like fucking having that over having pumpkin spice toothpaste, then I would certainly take fucking pumpkin spice body wash.
But so here's the real question. Now, is this wizard's a fucking douchebag? So like, does everything like so now? Could you only ever use that, or do like, or if not?
Okay, so like, is it like? It's a single use item. You have to use it. Yeah, I mean, you probably get sick of it.
Yeah,
I mean, but if I'm like, all right, I use this and it goes away, then all right, yeah, that's fine.
Right.
Fuck.
Yeah,
I still don't like it. Now I hate it.
Someone's blowing you. They're like, oh man, it smells like pumpkins down here. I don't like pumpkin.
I had this the Headless Horseman. I blew him.
You're at the bar. You're at the bar. You're like, man, something. You like pumpkin pie? Like the taste of it? Like the smell of it? Gotta know that before we take this to the next level and before I buy you a drink.
That really gives a different fucking vantage point of a cream pie, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I gave her the old pumpkin pie.
I gave her a pumpkin pie. Dropped my pumpkins on her face.
What about you?
So my first one was an easy one, which is trash can, because trash versus pumpkin. God, pumpkin wins, easy call.
Great choice.
Yes, because because trash stinks.
Yeah.
So pumpkin, I'm like, if I could deal with that instead of, it's like, you know how you get the Febreze smelly trash bags? I get those all the time.
Yeah.
So if it's got to be pumpkin, you know, whatever.
What a great choice.
Thank you. I thought that was good.
Yeah. The one that I thought would be good was like if I was making like a batch of chili.
Yeah.
And like add a little bit of pumpkin, like a little, because there you could do like some like cut up pumpkin or something like that. I think like a little pumpkin spice in there, a little pumpkin, nutmeg, cinnamon in a chili.
Oh yeah.
It'd be awesome, man.
Oh, delicious.
Yeah. Like if I was like fucking cooking up a batch, all of a sudden it turned into a little pumpkin spice chili. I'd be like,
you're mad about that?
Could probably be good.
Yeah, people be like, oh, this is different.
Yeah, exactly.
But then like year 5 of you rolling out pumpkin spice chili, people are like, come on, man, can you give me something a little bit different, a little chocolate in there, So and I stuck with the theme on the things that I liked. Okay. So the second thing I had was toilet.
So you're like covering up stank with pumpkin spice.
I'm practical.
You are
strategery.
Yeah.
So
strategery.
Yeah. Anything.
Well, I was trying to cover up my
your stink. Yeah,
but stink with fucking body wash.
I understand it, but like, goddamn, you could be walking around smelling like a fucking Yankee Candle all the time. It stinks. Did you get wax on your hand or something like that when you lit it? Or like, I smell it. It's everywhere.
Fuck.
And then that shit, like once you're using it a lot, now it's gonna like really permeate into the skin. But
like when you used to wear a Drakkar all the time.
Drakkar Noir. Always like. It's weird, like too, like you look back and we talk about things that we did that was dumb. Like we talked about Jenkos and the picture that you sent me, which I'll pop up of the metal ball necklace.
Dude, with my shirt, it says "Tell your mom I said hi." Literally, someone shoot me in the face.
You literally, if you could go back and drill yourself in the face for wearing that shirt, would you do it?
What?
If you could drill yourself in the face for wearing that shirt?
We talked about going back and punching ourselves in the face for fat. We talked about it on the podcast. Yeah. Yes, 100. That's exactly what we were talking about. That was literally the premise.
Why did you hit me, future Kevin? Look at your fucking shirt. Tell your mom I said hi? What are you, 10?
Oh, man.
The worst.
Yeah. Oh, I remember I had a long sleeve shirt. Guarantee I bought it at like PacSun.
Yeah.
And it had like all down the arms. It had like the girl silhouette that was on like trucker mud flaps, like all down the arms. And then on the front it said, "I lie to girls." Like how much douchier can you get in a shirt like that?
I can't think of another thing that's maybe worse. That's pretty bad.
And I
lie to girls. And you think that's going to somehow win you over? Hey, how do you like a guy, the pumpkin spice man?
It's called honesty. Yeah. Put it right out there.
Yes, I smell like pumpkins and I lie to girls.
Fuck you.
Oh, God damn it. I had one more that I liked. I don't know if you have any more.
Go for it.
So, again, a practical thing.
Hold on. Let's not skip past the part where we shit all over what was in the picture of me.
Oh.
And don't talk about you looking like a fucking Sugar Ray stand-in.
I was wearing a bowling shirt. A bowling shirt. Which literally, I might not even punch myself in the fight. I might just like kill myself and like disappear like Marty McFly.
And the blonde hair.
Oh,
the blonde hair.
Damn it. We talked about that. Like I was actually Facebooking with Jason, I think, on that about the terrible blonde hair. That he said, didn't we get that at the chop shop? I'm like, oh my God, yeah, we did. The chop shop on South Street scorched my head with bleach and made me look like a fucking asshole.
Oh, but they didn't make you wear that fucking bowling shirt.
No, they didn't. I made myself wear that.
Whatever that fucking puka shell necklace was or whatever you were wearing.
We looked like assholes. The fact that any girls even got near our pumpkin smelling dicks is a miracle.
It is, goddamn. Oh
shit! All right, so that's just good. You know what? That is a compliment to our charms. Yeah. They overlooked our douchiness. I lie to girls in a bowling shirt. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking
they overlook the fucking bad to get to the good.
It's bad. There was a lot of bad there too. Trust me. That's not.
You will see it if you're watching on YouTube. The picture will be there.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's rough.
Yeah. Roy McCracken, fucking stupid asshole.
Welcome to 2001.
Yikes. So then the last thing I had was carpets. Because
pumpkin spice carpet.
Yep, because my carpets are going to be a thing of the past, and imminently we're getting actually paint done this week, which means the carpets are going to go away, and then we're going to have wood flooring, including in here.
Gotcha.
The carpets that are in my house, now, mind you, I've been in this house for 12 years or 11 years, and they came with the carpets that are here.
Right.
So these carpets have been here for like 18, 19.
Yeah. And you have 2 kids. It looks like a fucking, and 3 dogs. It looks like a crack den. It's fine.
Terrible. Like, the floors, if you saw, we're going to pan down and you can see how bad my goddamn floors are. They're a goddamn mess. They're terrible.
Pumpkin spice flooring.
I'm fine. Great. It's a short-term problem anyway, and it smells better than dogs. So I'm cool with it. And kids. So fuck them both. Fuck dogs, fuck kids. And hooray for pumpkin spiced shag carpeting.
Oh man.
It's great.
That was
very funny.
Holy
God
shit.
damn it. Oh shit. So
take a break, do an ad.
We could take a break and we'll talk about something. I don't know what we're talking about yet. We have to get, actually, this is a good time to say we need new sponsors. I want more sponsors. I mean, we talk about Smooth My Balls. And by the way, this is something else that I completely forgot. I have never tallied all the points for Stinko de Mayo to award the winner.
Oh, you idiot.
I know. I forgot. So I'm going to do that this week, and then we'll announce the winner. I apologize, but other things happened. That's all. I have no excuse.
Stinktober.
Yeah, exactly. It stinks like October. Pumpkin spice.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, we'll be right back after these messages. See you. Here at Digging in the Dome, we take pride in promoting charities, local businesses, and brands we believe in. That is why it is with great pleasure I would like to introduce the Domies to our new sponsor, SmoothMyBalls.com. Imagine you're at the bar, it's getting late, and from across the room your eye catches a beautiful lady smiling at you. You work up the nerve to go up to her, buy her a drink, and then, much to your delight, she tells you she is DTF. But then you remember, oh no! My genitals, they look like an undiscovered rainforest. All you can see is my helmet poking out of those dense mound of curlies. That is not good. Don't get caught with your pants down. Be better prepared next time and clear that unsightly brush with a high-quality razor from SmoothMyBalls.com. If only you had their 5-star rated pube muncher, you would be confident and ready for any bar slut desperate enough to have sex with you. Or maybe your beans aren't constantly mistaken for Florida cryptid skunk ape. Try the Turf Chopper 3.0 for more manageable ball maintenance. SmoothMyBalls.com has a special offer for all the Domies. If you use the promo code DITD, Digging in the Dome, DITD, at checkout, you get $10 off of your purchase. So, go to SmoothMyBalls.com now, use that promo code DITD, and experience the glory of a smooth sack. All right, now let's get back to the show. And we're back. See, I can do it normal if I choose to.
But you usually don't.
I usually don't. So, funny thing happened a second ago, and something that's not so funny and interesting happened. So, the funny thing that happened was that my boss, my current boss, Jason, called me, and as I'm talking to him on the phone, Kevin thought it would be hilarious, and it was, that in the middle of our conversation, that he would hang up on him. Which is really funny. But the reason he was calling me is because he's actually leaving my company.
Oh, no shit. He told you that?
He did.
Wow.
And so
are you the boss now?
Hey, I'm Tony Danza. I'm the boss. What was it? I'm trying to remember the theme song now. God damn it.
Who's the boss?
Yes.
I have no idea.
Oh, we got to figure it out.
We'll pop it in here.
Yeah, we're going to pop it in here. Yeah, let's see. Who's the boss theme? So anyway.
You don't have to pop it in now.
I just want to hear it. Oh. Because I can't remember it and it's bothering me. So let's hear it
later.
Let's see. No, we're going to figure it out.
I don't want to hear about. I want to hear a goddamn Liberty Mutual commercial.
You don't want to hear a Liberty Mutual commercial? Man, come on, dude. Here we go. Come on now. Come on. Don't tell me when it's aired. I don't care about that. Just get to the fuck. There it is. D. That's right. That's right. There's a top.
Oh, yeah, okay.
There's a brand new life around the bend. Every time.
All right.
I lost it. All right.
So, yeah, I'm not sure how to succession at your office works. Like, I don't. He quits, you automatically become the boss?
Yeah, it's like Highlander.
You have to cut his fucking head off.
There could be only one. Yeah. So it'll be an interesting situation and this will come out after he announces it tomorrow. So he's going to be moving on.
There you go.
So bienvenue, my good friend. Godspeed.
And also Digging in the Dome.
Yes, and make sure that you
participant.
Yes,
listener.
He was. And still he is a fan. And definitely digs what we're doing. So he is digging the dome.
Oh my God.
That was bad.
Yeah, you're terrible.
So now we get to, and I think that we're going to start with the breakdown, which, so Kevin sent.
Oh, man.
And like, this is like, you know, sometimes you ever hear of the term, and I know you have, the gift that keeps on giving?
Yeah.
This is one of those things.
Yeah, for
where
sure.
you get somebody or something that like just continues to provide you with joy constantly.
Yeah.
And in this particular case, we got a doozy for you. Here's the breakdown.
You busted.
Welcome to the breakdown, folks. This one is really, really very funny. And on top of being funny, it's like I said, the gift that keeps on giving. So if you remember,
yes,
and I think that we talked to Justin Lamb about it too. And remember I'll pop it in, his horrified face, and he made us stop when we exposed him to
the puddle of mud covering About a Girl.
Right, because we were talking about Stinko de Mayo, if I remember correctly, and he liked Stinko de Mayo. Justin had been a big fan of what we were doing there, and but he was also, I think, a little bit he hadn't heard the About a Girl.
Well, it's not so much hearing it as it is seeing it too.
And hearing it.
Yeah,
it's like the combination of both.
Yeah,
the face, the red face of Wes Scantlin as he's trying and unsuccessfully trying to sing Nirvana, to a degree where if this was like somebody on a karaoke stage, they may get pulled off. Be like, you need to stop. It was bad, right? So this guy
scrunched up face trying to win the smallest face competition from Workaholics, as I said before.
The face pulled back. So recently, and when I say recently, I'm saying that it was September 6th of this year.
Yes.
This just happened.
Within the last 10 days.
Our good friend decided that, you know what? I'm a musician.
Yep.
And being a musician means that I can expand my horizons.
Of course.
So let's just get right into it and let's hear what he's got to say, because I think that what we're going to find is that he's now diving into new horizons of music.
Okay.
Let's hear it.
You think you could bust out a little freestyle for me right now?
Oh yeah.
When you
see where this is going?
Yeah. That's why I wanted to start that way and not say exactly what it was. You guessed it. Our friend that can't sing is now going into the rap game.
Oh,
Now, Kevin,
yes,
who is, and I'll give you a lot of credit, is a fantastic lyricist and rapper.
Thank you.
This must really piss you off.
Listen, I give people credit for trying. I do. It's not an easy thing to do. Mm-hmm. There are things I can't freestyle. Like if you dropped a beat right now and I tried to freestyle, it probably wouldn't go well. Mm-hmm. I know my limitations. I can say with all honesty that writing out verses for me is much more successful than me just going off the top of my dome.
Sure.
Can I do it? Yeah.
You've done it
to
in the
a
past.
point, but it's not always the best. I find myself repeating myself, and my mouth tends to run like a second or two behind my brain.
Right.
And I also a lot of it has to do with confidence. Mm-hmm. Like, you know, because freestyling is a stream of consciousness.
Yeah, it's like you're just coming right off.
Right. You're literally like just saying what comes to your head, and you have to be like kind of 2 steps ahead in your mind. Mm-hmm. Your mind has to be 2 steps ahead of what is coming out of your mouth. So you have to be saying something, but already thinking of a verse or two of next.
What am I going to say next?
Right.
Yeah.
So it's really difficult, and the people that do it well do it very well.
Yeah.
So,
but can I ask you like a qualifying question?
If I had to go on, like, what's the radio show that is it Charlemagne?
Charlemagne the guy? Yeah.
I don't even know if that's right. Whatever the show is, and I feel fucking stupid.
No, I think it's the Charlemagne the God show. I'm pretty sure. Where
he basically, any rapper of any ilk that goes on the show drops a freestyle. And like some of them are fantastic. Young M.A., she was ridiculous. Lil Dicky actually threw down a pretty nasty
Breakfast Club.
Breakfast Club, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So going on the Breakfast Club. But if I was on the Breakfast Club, I would fail miserably. I would be nervous. I'm already not very good at freestyling and stuff like that. So I give people credit for trying.
And if you're sometimes when you're hanging out with the Roots, if you've had too much Chardonnay. Sorry.
You're such an asshole.
At least you didn't smell like pumpkin that time.
So it was pumpkin spice Chardonnay.
Sorry. Oh God. Oh, that's something I don't want. There you go. That's nothing I hate. No alcohol. All your alcohol is pumpkin spice flavored. I'm quitting. I'll become sober. You want to get me sober? That's how you do it. There you go.
But yeah, I mean, I give people credit for trying. I mean, and it's hard to get the confidence to do that. Like he could have easily just been like, no, I'm not doing that. But he did.
No, but and again, like when I had the qualifying question.
Yes.
And we'll get to it. Mm-hmm. Could you define what freestyling is, really? What are you doing?
It's basically you get a beat and you are providing lyrics to that beat to create a stream of consciousness that makes sense.
Okay. So your stream of consciousness.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's keep going on.
Yeah.
Let's keep going.
Oh, yeah.
He's very excited.
Oh, yeah.
Easily approach.
Wait a minute.
Wait, hold on.
Hold it.
I'm going to stop.
Let's just... Because the reason I asked you that question very specifically is because the thing that you said was it's got to be stream of consciousness.
It's got to be your bowl. That's what I would say.
Yeah, it's coming from me, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
it's not a cover.
No. Well, all right. So, and we know that, first of all, if he had learned his lesson from the last time, covers are not his thing. He is not good at them.
Yeah. So you just heard the first 3 words.
Yep. Easily I approach.
Now, I know exactly what that's from. It's not a freestyle. That does not qualify as a freestyle.
Now, sometimes, Kevin, can I ask yet another freestyle question? Because you know this stuff.
Sure.
Sometimes people like lead in with that, but then they go a completely different direction. So maybe we're being unfair. Maybe he will take this to somewhere else.
Right.
The microphone, because I ain't no joke.
Okay.
Wait.
So,
all right. So
we're still not freestyling.
No. This seems exactly the same lyrics.
So it's fucking Easy E, dude. It's so mad.
Not only is it's like, was he thinking like, wow, maybe this is so old that people won't remember that somebody else did it?
Yeah.
I don't know, because all right, well maybe he diverts from there, because like it's just one like line.
Yeah.
Maybe he's gonna go somewhere else. All right.
Tell your mama to get up on my tip.
All right.
Nope. No.
We're still on the same goddamn song.
That's exactly the same words.
Yeah.
And by the way, the way he's doing it is terrible.
Yeah.
He's like, tell your mom to get off of my dick.
He sounds like if you told a robot to cover Easy-E.
Like if Siri was doing it.
If you just asked fucking Alexa to fucking sing the lyrics to a fucking Easy-E song.
Right.
Like, this isn't freestyle. This is I'm gonna smash something.
That's right. You make it mad.
I am willing, like I said, I always give credit to people that try to do this. There are a million people that could do it better than me. There are people that I can do it better than. And it's a difficult thing to do. But to say, when somebody says, oh, why don't you drop a freestyle for me? And you get super excited about it, and then you just say somebody else's lyrics. It's not freestyling.
That is not.
Your better bet is just go, you know what? I'm not feeling it right now.
Yeah,
I really can't do it.
I appreciate that. Or what if like, okay, so
or just say the first shit that comes off the top of your head. Don't say a super famous 80s rap
maybe
song
one of the
that
most
anybody in their 30s or older would know the lyrics to.
The people that your constituency, the people, your demographic is absolutely going to know that's not your fucking freestyle. But beyond that, if he is serious, and I don't think that he is, I think that he thinks that he is, but he's definitely not.
Like, if he was like, oh shit, yeah, he was like, a hip, hop, hip, the hip, hip, hop, it. People are like, no, dude, everybody knows that.
What the fuck are you doing? That is somebody else's.
Yes.
You fucking thief. And we already said you're not good at covers. You don't sound as good as Eazy-E, so why are you even trying? And like, if he was an actual like, hey, I'm going to get into hip hop, don't you think that he would have something like that he had written that he could just pretend was his freestyle?
That's the next thing. That's exactly the other thing. The other thing is too is that if you write constantly and you're not putting out albums and you don't have a catalog yet, most people aren't going to know really if you're freestyle or not. You can tell sometimes because like if it's too good, makes too much sense, too well rehearsed, you're hitting all the beat points and stuff like that.
Yeah,
like it's very measured.
It sounds like it's like you're not that good.
Like you're in 4/4 the whole way through. Like,
yeah, come on, man.
Yeah,
right.
So it's not really a freestyle, but at the same time, you're better off doing that than you are just saying someone else's lyrics and calling it a freestyle.
It is like when you sent this to me.
Yes.
And I was also extremely unhappy about this.
Yes.
Because I was like, what the fuck, man? Like this, are you serious? This guy's doing this? So I'm going to get through this and it's going to be a minute, unfortunately, because he's got to get through more. Because by the way, spoiler alert, you're about to hear some more poorly regurgitated Eazy-E lyrics. They're coming right now. So here you go.
I got no time to give him my dick. I'm gonna hold it, yeah, and walk up on the stage. And if you fuck up, I'm gonna get my gauge and unload the.
Wait,
so
I gotta
this
stop.
is still the whole song. He's just saying the whole. That's not a freestyle.
But it's like, and again, we're gonna get really angry at the person that's interviewing him because if you had any listen, if Kevin and I were interviewing this fucking douchebag and he did this, first of all, yeah, like it would be, we'd stop like, wait. We said freestyle, motherfucker. Like you're not freestyling shit, right? Number one. Number two, you sound like shit, right? And the way that this guy reacts, and I guess, you know what, sometimes like when you're in radio, you have to, and you hear this sometimes with certain interviewers, because of the fact, like, especially when you're working for bigger companies, you have to like just deal with the fact, like if someone's coming in to promote a shitty movie, you can't be like, your movie stinks, right? You gotta be like, oh yeah, the fucking, you know, this sounds great. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory 3, The Revenge of Willy Wonka. Like, no one's gonna want to go and see that shit, right? You're like, but you have to be excited about it. So I guess maybe that's what's going on here. And I don't know who's interviewing him, like who this guy is. I think he might be on the radio or something like that, but let's keep going.
My gauge and unload the barrel and laugh because I'm putting lead in your motherfucking ass.
Oh my God. I'm putting lead in your motherfucking ass. He said it. This was very crackeredly, very honky-ish.
Very honkeredly.
All right, let's keep going.
Yatch.
There you go, bro. And you definitely got some skills there. I could definitely see a.
Wait, I got to go back. I could definitely see let's go back here. Wait a minute.
I don't want to go back.
Wait, hold on.
I don't want to go back.
Here goes.
Don't.
Fucking ass, biatch.
All right.
He said, biatch. Now, let me ask you, the one thing that he freestyled in this whole thing was that.
Yeah.
Because Eazy-E doesn't say.
No, biatch.
Biatch.
Yeah.
And he certainly doesn't say, if he did say it, he wouldn't sound like that.
So the guy, oh yeah, you definitely got some skills. That, So there's only two reasons. The reason you said,
right,
which is, he's just like, okay, this is horrible, but this is my job. I want to keep my job.
Get through this.
I have to get through this.
Right.
I have to be cordial and just fight all of my instincts to not lash out and say that this is not a freestyle and it's also one of the worst cover verses of Eazy-E. Because if you remember, I used to freestyle. I used to whatchamacallit, I used to freestyle within like other songs and stuff like that. When we were doing like live shows and stuff like that. This is not freestyling.
No.
You know what I mean? This is taking a verse and covering it. So you're completely off base in your definition of it. We used to cover this. We actually used to cover this part of this exact verse
100%
in one of our songs.
It was in wait, don't tell me. It was Bite, right?
I believe so.
Bite, because that the lyrics to Bite changed, but what was it? Doom 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 doom.
No, that's that what you just sang.
That was bad.
No, it wasn't.
It was.
No, it wasn't. You just sang do 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 do. That's what you just. I'm not gonna hold it. Smile.
Oh no.
Anyway.
Yeah, this guy's fucking me up. No,
yeah,
so
you cover a song. You can do it in your own song. Put it in a verse from somebody else's song. It's not freestyle.
It's not. And he said so. The only thing he freestyled was the word biatch.
Yes. All
right, so let's see how the host reacts to this. And by the way, the name of of this program in case you want to dox them or do something. Sofa King.
We do not promote doxing. We do not promote doxing.
Don't do this. This guy probably. This guy probably was very.
He did not deserve it.
He probably was like,
this poor guy.
If we, I'd like to interview fuck Wes Scanlon. I want to interview him. Yeah. I want to find out. Well, I want to find out the name of this host and get him on this program and talk to him about this and say what happened.
Yes.
And why did you tell him that it sounded good when you know it didn't?
All right, go.
All right.
There you go, bro. And you definitely got some skills there. I could definitely see a West hip hop album coming out there. What would be your rap name if you had to choose one?
All right. So now, Kevin,
I want to do it.
Yep, we gotta do it. What do you think it is? So wait, what would you?
Can I just eat the chip again? I don't want to hear anymore. I know what it's gonna. I know it's
you've already heard it, so you know what it is.
I haven't. I did. I stopped.
You stopped it? Oh, you don't know what it is?
Oh, I got angry and threw the phone across the fucking room. I have no idea what his rap name is. I stopped listening almost immediately.
You know what? I feel like it's gonna make you happy.
No, it's not.
I know it's not gonna make you happy, but it's still very funny.
Oh man!
Like, what does the Puddle of Mud guy call himself?
Oh God! I mean, if he was smart, it would be like MC Mud. That would be.
MC
that would be fine. Yeah.
That'd be fine.
Yeah, sure.
It's not that.
Okay.
Let's see what it is.
Okay.
What?
DJ Fozzie Brown.
DJ Fozzie Brown. I like that, man.
What?
DJ Fozzie Brown. Because Fozzie's Brown, the Muppet?
Go, shorty. It's your birthday. We gon' party like it's your birthday.
Well, rappers aren't DJs.
That's
MCs are MCs.
I knew that you'd be mad at that. When he said DJ, yo, I want to get Bonix reaction to it. Fucking so. Like, what? DJ Fozzie Brown. Now wait. This somehow gets more annoying, and I know you almost threw your iPad. Do you have insurance on that thing?
Yeah, probably.
All right, good. All right, so just listen to this last part.
DJ Fozzie Brown, I like that, man. It's got some style to it for sure.
Don't do it.
So angry.
Oh,
see,
God
listen,
damn it. What the fuck, man?
We don't want to disparage people on the show.
Never.
We like many people.
Lots of them.
You know, it's hard. We like having guests on the show. We don't want to like prevent people from wanting to come on here because we trash other people or whatever.
No.
But this is one of those things where it's indefensible.
No, like, and it's mostly indefensible. This is the thing too. Like,
and
we can.
I say this coming from a place like there is music of our own. I am super self-critical, almost to a fault. Yeah. And like, there is music of our own that I do not like. There is music that I've written that I do not like. I am my worst critic. I will tell you verses and things that within music that we've written, that we've performed, that I do not like. Our music's not for anyone. You could play our first album. You put our first album on. It's pretty bad.
It's rough because of mostly because of the production and because you called fucking.
We're paying fucking $180 an hour.
Yeah, they're like, you talk about someone. You talk about an asshole that got fleeced. Look at this guy right here. Oh, let's go and do the Sonic Session studio. They're like, these guys are like, these fucking assholes. I'm gonna barely produce this thing and charge them $1 million.
This fucking dickhead with his Chardonnay bottle with cork float in it.
Hey, this fucking
who's calling Robert Palmer fucking. Peter Gabriel.
Yes. What did you do today? Hey, Gary, the engineer, what did you do today? Oh, I fleeced a guy at a bowling show out of $6,000. Some dude in a bead necklace.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, God damn it. So we
own our shit.
100%. But
so as musicians, as artists, as people who have been that have delved into the realm of hip hop, this offends all sensibilities.
All of it. And and by the way, it's not just us. This was critically panned by everyone in the world. Everyone's like, what the fuck? And and people said the same shit. Like, this dude is not freestyling.
Yes.
DJ Fozzie Brown is the worst name ever.
It's not a rap.
This is not a rap name.
It would have to be MC Fozzie Brown.
Right. He might as well said Dr. Fozzie Brown. It's the same
You may as well have said Dr. Fuzzy Bear. Like,
I wish that he'd go into some other field, maybe not medical, because I don't want to. I'm not going to that doctor.
Did you watch Dr. Death?
Not yet. I know. Dude. Everyone tells me it's great.
Fucking amazing.
I'm going to check it out.
Yeah.
I'm totally going to check it out.
I wish that was his surgeon.
Yes, me too.
Go get your neck done by fucking Dr. Death.
Yeah, if you get your vocal cords fixed by this guy, it's going to make you so much better as a rapper. DJ Fozzie Brown. Oh, God damn it.
Yeah, right, man, I just definitely got some style. That poor interviewer who had to, like, the intestinal fortitude it took of that guy to not say, 1, you're not freestyling. 2, that's the worst fucking thing I've ever heard. 3, that is not a rap name.
No.
As all
the things that you're doing are wrong.
And 4, and that's a terrible name.
Yes. You need to stop doing anything musically. Like, he really needs to hang up the fucking Spurs, man. Like, I'm sorry, Wes. It's over.
So we'll at some point, because you've heard our opener. That is me lyrically, you on the guitar, like melded together. That is our music. Yes. Right? So when we'll play our music throughout, by the way, in other podcasts and stuff like that, I could, if you drop the opening for Bent in, my lyrics, the first verse.
Not happy with that.
No, I love that.
Oh,
but I'm saying like in comparison to this.
Oh my God.
What he did to that. Just add, because dude, I'm critiquing someone, so I have to present
evidence that I'm not just saying
I'm
this.
not the same. I'm not worse
it's not
than
like
that.
It's not like Kevin during our bet was like easily the microphone. It's like.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying.
You're just mad because he took your he took your move.
That was the point I was trying to make. Is like we sit here as critics, and people are like, "All right, well, what's your shit sound like?"
Yeah, we can show you and
we
the bottom line, all of our stuff is our stuff.
Yeah,
like it didn't come from anywhere else.
Yeah,
obviously music is inspired from things, but like the fact that when he was like, "Hey," presented with the option to freestyle, his reaction was, I'm going to bust out something extremely old that somebody, a legendary rapper did. And aren't we didn't we just have a movie about NWA?
Yeah, like 2 or 3 years ago.
So you don't think that that refreshed people's memories on that song?
Bonix just hung out with
Ice Cube
and Eazy-E's son.
Yes, exactly.
Eazy-E Jr. was fucking at hanging out with Bonix.
Yes,
like fucking 2 days ago.
He was hanging out with fucking
Easiest E.
Yeah, exactly. Shit. So okay,
are we done?
Yes, we're done with the breakdown.
Jesus Christ.
Kevin this is affecting you like the chip affected me. I'm surprised you're not saying your stomach hurts.
Well, it obviously does.
My brain hurts.
Yeah, it's when I sent that to you, and I was like.
I couldn't believe it
right away.
I couldn't believe it.
Like you were like, no fucking way. And that was before you watched it.
Well, it was.
You just saw.
I saw what it was, and I was like, I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, no, it can't possibly.
Yeah,
and the thing that would have made me madder if it was actually really good. Like I'd been like, shit.
He just ripped like a furious fucking freestyle with no beat, just like straight lyrics. That would be insane.
Oh look, it's the fucking next Nas. It wasn't.
Oh man.
It was Nausea. That's what it was. That should have been his rap name.
MC Nausea. Can we move on, please?
N-A, yes. Oh. And so this is we're gonna go
to
draft. The draft. And this draft is one that kind of holds a special place in our hearts because we lost somebody that is maybe one of the funniest stand-ups and one of the funniest people on the planet.
Yeah, absolutely.
Norm MacDonald, man. And it's always really interesting to me when somebody has cancer like that.
Right.
Like terminal cancer, which I'm guessing is what it was, or it's gotten to a point where he couldn't, stop the train. And just keeps doing.
And he didn't tell
anybody. It was just like Boozwick. What was his name?
Chadwick Boseman.
Chadwick Boseman. I mixed them up. But Chadwick Boseman. And you didn't know about that either. Like people just keep that under wraps. Like a lot of people when they get it, and understandably because they want support, they tell a lot of people about that shit. And it's not my cousin Pam died of cancer, so it's near and dear to my heart. And my grandfather died of it, and I've got family members that have died of that, and it's sad to hear that, but it's also really impressive that he just kept doing what he did.
You didn't say who it was.
What's that?
Norm MacDonald.
I did say Norm MacDonald.
Oh, you did? Okay, I'm sorry.
I know I didn't say Norm.
My bad.
So Norm was a staple, and where we all know him best from to start was SNL. So I thought it would be a good idea to draft the best SNL people in cast members of all time. And of course that will lead to the worst.
Well, and to Norm will not be selected in this draft. Since
we've given him amnesty.
He's on both of our teams. Let's just put it that way.
Yes,
this is in memoriam. So he would be. We'll just assume that he's at the top of the list for both of us.
He's number one in our hearts and in our minds.
For both of us. So,
he's a number one.
There's a great clip, and I'm sure it's circulated a million times already. The moth joke that he told on Conan O'Brien.
It's so fucking funny, dude. Where the light was on.
Yeah, it's just he was so good at like uncomfortable and droll, painful humor that like he lived in uncomfortable situations and thrived in it.
This is a there are people that and again I'm not going to say
when
that
other comedians say I never call people a genius and Norm was a genius, that's the
important
highest
thing.
of high praise.
So one thing that is that you especially when you're doing things like this, because we try to not only talk about lots of stuff and have fun, but we also try to be funny.
Yeah.
That's one of the things where we hope that you're laughing and not crying at this. Maybe
after that last
segment.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough. The last segment, I can't, that I understand.
Please take the shotgun out of your mouth.
Yes, please. That's not worth it. He can't hurt you anymore.
Yeah.
Just don't listen to him. But, one of the things that you do when you're looking at somebody like that, or when we're doing these things, is like say, how do I want to emulate somebody that's funny all the time. And I want to be funny all the time. I can't help it. I did it today. I made a really, really funny joke. It got a lot of laughs. I'm not going to say it because out of context, it's not going to make sense. But I try to do that because I want people to feel good, basically. So
Chris
Joe
also likes attention.
Fuck you. Joe List, brilliant comedian and husband of Sarah Tolomash,
who's been on this podcast
twice.
Yeah.
Got a text, and he sends a screenshot of text. Now, this is not like he didn't publish this anywhere. Norm didn't publish it. He didn't put it on Twitter to get attention.
Right. Yeah.
He just sent it to be funny, and he sends it to Joe List, and he says, "Joe, I wanted to check in with you during these troubling days to see how you're handling it all." And Joe says, "I'm doing okay. I'm definitely freaky. It's definitely freaky, but just trying to take it a day at a time. I've had about $1,000 worth of gigs canceled, but probably for the best, I guess. How are you? Thanks for reaching out." And Norm responds with, "You had an entire year canceled?"
Basically shitting on him.
Basically, you only make $11,000. Your comedy is only worth $11,000 a year.
Yes.
And then he laughs. Joe laughs about it. Norm doesn't say anything after that.
Yeah.
Not like, I was just kidding. How you doing?
Just in and out.
He literally did it. It was funny and left, and which is why he's so fucking fantastic. So we're gonna pay homage to Norm by talking about the best SNL cast members of all time. Yeah. I can't remember. I think that you got the first pick.
I do.
God damn it!
Yeah.
All right, good.
This one's tough because
there's a lot of top ones, man. There's a lot of good ones.
I have two that I want desperately. So you're gonna at least get one of the ones that I want.
I hope so.
But number one for me is Will Ferrell.
Ah, fuck.
So
I'm the list.
I mean, an endless number of sketches, the cheerleading routine.
Oh my God, it's so funny.
And it's probably, he would super get canceled for it now. The Robert Goulet.
Oh my God.
When he was like singing the rap lyrics. Yo, that shit would not go well in this day and age.
No fucking chance.
Google friggin' Will Ferrell, Robert Goulet. It's insane.
Dude, he did what's the guy that does the Inside the Actor Studio? What was that one? That he did what the fuck is that guy's name?
Oh, James Lipton.
Yeah. He did that one.
James Lipton, Harry Carey.
He did
Neil Diamond, George Bush. They made a whole freaking movie out of his George Bush.
It's so fucking funny, man.
And of course, like fucking the the head nod. What the fuck was that?
Yeah, that guy. The Nathan Roxbury guy.
But the cheerleading sketch was one of my
dude, it's hilarious.
One of my favorite things with Sherry O'Terry, dude. That was fucking amazing. He had to be my number one. I wasn't letting him get by me.
I am furious that you took him. Seriously,
was that your number one pick?
No, it was not, but it was number 2.
Okay.
And my number 1, and the only reason that my number 1 is this number 1 is because, like, when I think of Saturday Night Live, I think of the stage setters to be able to get to the place that we were at when Will Ferrell came around.
Right.
Because it wasn't like, look, SNL, whether you like it or not, and I don't watch it a lot. I don't know if you watch it a lot.
Not recently, no. Mostly because I'm old and I fall asleep before 11 o'clock most nights.
We're very old. Thanks for reminding us. But like I did watch it when I was younger, and I do respect it. So I have to go with a pioneer of it, and that's Eddie Murphy.
Yeah. It was hard not to have him number 1. He was my number 2.
He did so many iconic
He saved the
bits.
show. The show was on the verge of being canceled.
Yes.
Like it was dreadful in the early 80s. And he saved it. And he was only 19 years old when he got hired on SNL.
And 19. That's crazy.
So crazy. That's like fucking LeBron going into the NBA and just fucking changing the game. That was Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy was the LeBron James of SNL. Dude.
And it's hard to say that, like, when you look at him and you say, wow, man, this guy did and groundbreaking comedy. And then that led into some of the stand-up specials that he did were, again, groundbreaking. So like, I look at that and I'm like, wow, you can't not say that guy, as an SNL alum, didn't like set not only the stage for SNL, but also like kind of like did some things for comedy that were really necessary at the time to kind of move it along.
I mean, it's the sum of the total of the work too. You know what I mean? But just the bits, man. Like I remember as a probably 10-year-old, maybe crying, laughing at fucking the buckwheat.
Dude, so fucking funny, dude.
Una panuna banga. Dude, I remember that to this day, dude.
He was great. Mr. Robinson.
Dead on a dime, but got better days besides.
Gumby. Mr. Robinson.
Remember
Mr. Robinson? Dude, Mr. Robinson.
Dude.
One of the funniest things that
a lot of the young people have no idea what we're talking about.
So Mr. Rogers is
well, they know who Mr. Rogers is,
right? But this is the
he did a ghetto version of Mr. Rogers, dude. It's fucking hilarious.
It's a beautiful day in my neighborhood, dude. It was so funny,
dude. It's a perfect first pick for you.
I had to take it. I had to.
Yeah. Here goes.
Now the second pick is tough because I've got a cadre of people that I really want to take, but I can't not take this guy.
Okay.
Because he, again, is one of my favorite, and that's Chris Farley.
Fuck!
I knew that. Oh, fuck! If the puddle of mud didn't send it, that Chris Farley almost did.
Shit! God,
dude, Chris Farley,
number 3. Fuck,
dude, so goddamn
mad.
funny, and like his characters,
just his physical delivery,
dude,
just the best.
It really,
man.
it honestly, it is. It's baffling to think about, like Matt Foley.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Like the Chippendales.
With Patrick Swayze.
Sketch with Patrick Swayze. Like,
yeah, dude.
He did so many funny things.
So angry. And I always wonder too, is like one of those guys that like shine so bright and then like and get snuffed out.
Yeah.
Like what one of my next 2 picks will probably be.
Yep. I know what that one's going to
be. But like if he would be as revered now if he was still around. You know what I mean?
It's hard to say.
But like his physical bits, like,
oh my God, dude.
He could make other cast members laugh.
Like you see them break.
Yeah.
In
like
sketch.
He broke David Spade on so many occasions.
Oh my God, so many times.
Like it's so funny to watch him break people down.
Yes.
He's literally like fucking a legend. One of my favorite bits. It's the dumbest. Well, it's probably one of his dumbest ones, but it stuck with me for some where he was like the weatherman, but he was but he came in. He was like coming in as El Nino.
Oh no!
Like he's dressed like a wrestler. Yes. He's like, I am El Nino. That's Spanish for the Nino.
Yeah, dude.
So fucking great. Oh. Eddie Murphy and fucking Chris Farley.
That's two that strong starts. I'm very happy about that.
Shit.
You got plenty to choose from, right, man. And I know where you're going to because you said it.
Yeah. Well, my first one before I go there. Oh, come on now. Come on, buddy.
Come on, buddy.
Because I took Troy McClure in a Simpsons draft.
Yes.
I got to take Phil Hartman.
You got to, dude.
Phil Hartman's my second pick.
And it's a great pick. Great pick.
He's probably like the most consistent like character. It wasn't like one of those things where it's like, oh, you remember certain characters that he played or certain bits that he did. Mm-hmm. He was just consistently hilarious and perfect. He was like the best actor on the show itself.
Unfrozen caveman lawyer. So fucking funny, dude. Every time. Like, and they drove that fucking bit into the ground and it was hilarious. Every goddamn time, dude, man.
He was immeasurably talented.
Yeah. Very funny.
Like, and it was so he was like mid 80s, I guess, where he came on board. Mm-hmm. So he was like one of the older ones out of like a young cast, and he was a fantastic actor. So it like just made him perfect.
And again, like you think about, he was extremely funny. Yes. Like everything that he did was funny. Like there was not like one thing you say, wow,
right,
that didn't work. Like he was just really good at whatever he tried to do.
Everything he touched was stronger. Every bit that he was in was like stronger because he was in it.
Yep. And that's why you gotta love him.
Yeah. So, and of course
his impressions were great, and of course he's got the last name.
Yeah,
so
of course. And then I referenced him already, so I'll take him with my third pick. Is John Belushi.
John Belushi, got to.
I mean, some people will have him number one.
Well, because he was iconic, and again, like Farley, he died young.
Yeah,
way
it's
too
just
young.
like that huge flash, like it carries. But like, the cheeseburger, that whole thing.
The samurai.
The samurai.
Dude, the samurai's so fucking funny. So funny. Great. And like, but
they probably wouldn't get away with that these days.
No. Well, the interesting thing about John Belushi too is like that. Like he, similar to a degree to Phil Hartman, he like really lived his characters well. You know what I mean? Like I think his samurai was Samurai Futaba or something like that. That's the name of the guy. And but it was just like anything that he did was hilarious. It's like almost like, again, Chris Farley, the El Nino
like
on the surface. El Nino on the surface is ridiculous. Yes. Like anybody else that did, if Horatio Sands tried that, terrible. I wouldn't be like, this is fucking stupid. But because he did it, it was funny.
Yep. He did an impression of Joe Cocker.
Oh my God, it was so good.
The rock musician Joe Cocker.
Dude, his hair is all fucked up. Like
he's
he's like literally pushing his stomach out. Dude, it's so goddamn funny and so good.
So good. All right, so
another guy that we lost too soon, man. Unfortunately.
Man. So
I
have Will Ferrell, Phil Hartman, and John Belushi, and you have Eddie Murphy and Farley.
All right, so
draw for two. Here's where you ruin my life.
I don't know. There's
because this is where this is kind of where it's like the stages of when we grew up watching the show.
Yeah, so
influence our picks.
Yeah, and so there's two that I have to take.
Okay,
I already know what they are.
Okay.
The first one is Adam Sandler.
Okay. Yep. He's next on my list. Yeah.
Dude, you got to take him because, again, the contributions and again, what I would say is what comes after. Think about the success that Adam Sandler had after that is
a lot of people
incredibly impressive.
There are people that don't necessarily think he was that strong of a cast member, but like once he started doing like shit like Opera Man, and
Cajun Man,
like anything that was like where he was doing like an appearance
like
on
character,
on the Weekend Update.
Yeah.
And then then he started doing like his like fucking own music, like his actual stuff, like with like Cafeteria, the lunch lady with Chris Farley, dance around. It all worked. But like people in like his actual skits, like people think that were like he was too juvenile. You know what I mean?
And that's something that
he was still high up on my list.
But that's still also a thing that when I think about the best SNL cast members of all time, I'm also thinking through who's had additional like amazing commercial success, right? So now I'm thinking about two.
Sandler was next on my list, by the way. So
yep. No, I got one
we're
more.
6 for 6 on my list right now.
Man, there's two people that I'm going between.
Okay.
And I'm going to have to go with, again, someone that, and I'll say honestly that when this person was on Saturday Night Live is not when I was watching it hard.
Right.
But then when I went back and saw some of the things that they did, I have to give credit where credit's due, and that's Tina Fey.
Okay, yeah, she's on my list.
You gotta give it to Tina Fey because like she. First of all,
Weekend Update alone, like how good she was on Weekend Update was
so goddamn good, and she, but
probably the best Weekend Update anchor.
And the fact that she was on there for as long as she was, like she stayed on that show for several years, and then like she was a writer. She was
like the head writer in the early 2000s.
She was the head writer. Like so, like you think about like all the things that came out of her. As it relates to that, it's pretty amazing. But
well, Sarah Palin, like her whole Sarah Palin impression was
it's
like
maybe one of the most
spot on impressions.
She did and not necessarily well known for everybody, but a Dina Lohan impression. B. Arthur. Mm-hmm. She did Paris Hilton. Like she did some pretty amazing impressions, and she was just consistently funny on that show.
Yep.
So I had to take her.
All right, so let's recap real quick.
So let's go.
You got Farley and Eddie Murphy and
Sandler and Tina Fey.
You
got Farrell, Hartman, and Belushi.
Yep.
And now you're up for 2.
All right.
And I'm sure that there's one that you were hoping that you're going to get right now.
Well, I mean,
what the fuck is that? Why is that so loud?
I don't know.
Oh, they turned it down.
There you go.
Right. So my children don't know how TVs work and don't know how loudness occurs.
There can never be not loud.
I literally want to shoot.
It's lucky that you're based on your parents. You will eventually be deaf.
Yeah, true. What? I wish I was deaf hearing that puddle of mud. Fucking.
Let's not derail this. Let's not derail this.
Good.
It's not disparage the good name of Norm MacDonald.
And you're like, I don't want to hear it again. I almost threw my iPad. All right, we got what's next?
Mike Myers.
Oh, I knew it.
Yeah,
fuck, that was the other one I was between. That was the one I was choosing. Dude, it was a great pick. Yeah, fantastic pick.
Yeah, I mean, just for Wayne's World alone,
it spawned 2 movies.
Coffee Talk, Sprockets.
Talk much. Welcome to Sprockets. My name is Dieter.
Now it's a time for any dance.
Now it's time for the dance. And, yeah, part. So another fun fact. So,
but for Wayne's World alone, he deserves a
oh my god! Like he was
list.
literally next on my list. So you got him.
Yeah.
And I think the person that was the coffee talk was Linda Richman. Talking about yourself.
He was brilliant, man.
He's fucking great.
Yeah, in that time frame, like coupled with I'm just gonna take them. I'm just gonna take them both. I'm gonna fucking get both. I'm just gonna get Wayne's World.
I'm taking
Dana Carvey.
I knew it.
Yeah, I'm taking Wayne
on my list. He was high on my fucking list.
Dude, just the 2 of them in that era were
they're brilliant.
Just geniuses and
Church Lady.
Yes, of course.
Fucking Garth.
Yeah, I mean he wasn't just like. It was just his like mannerisms and like his. Like aw shucks demeanor and like his like
he's got a goofy looking guy kind of like
I mean listen, nobody likes that fucking terrible movie that I drafted in the
Master
fucking
of Disguise.
Master of Disguise.
What was his name again?
Oh, fucking Pistachio Disguisey. What's
listen,
the worst movies ever?
This is all I can think of.
That is not
if you had a massive coke problem, you're like, look, we're going to call you Pistachio disguising this movie. I don't give a fuck. Let's go. I need money.
But again, we're influenced by what we experienced watching the show. And this was like fucking Mike Myers and Dana Carvey were literally like in the wheelhouse of when I grew up.
And he was also, was he all like a grumpy old dude like that had this like fucking his
characters
were amazing, dude.
Great. And that's what he was. He was portraying characters. Yes. He wasn't like the super serious. You're not gonna put him on Weekend Update or anything like that. Like he was perfect for what he was a mimic.
Right. Whenever I'm going to put you in, you're going to be able to live in that character. That's kind of what we talked about earlier in the other things. And again, we're not talking about Norm right now, but Norm was that guy. His Burt Reynolds, like made one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my entire life. His just chewing gum when he's talking shit on Jeopardy is some of the funniest shit you've ever seen in your entire life.
It's a funny name.
He's like, it's a funny name. We'll put that in there.
Oh man,
very funny,
dude. Norm was one of the best Weekend Update correspondents.
Oh my god,
ever.
So funny.
He would just drop fucking Frank Stallone in there for no reason all the time.
Hilarious.
So great. So my final team before you make your final pick is Will Ferrell, Phil Hartman, John Belushi, Dana Carvey, and Mike Myers. Or Mike Myers and David Carvey, if you want to keep it in order. All right, so you're on for your last one. Lot to pick from here.
Yeah. But I got to go with... I said I got to go with, like, I knew what I was going to do. And then I didn't. I was like, I'm going to go with... And I'm like, oh, I'm not sure. Should I do that? Should I do it? Oh, by the way, this is a complete non sequitur, but I just thought of it for some reason. Did you hear about the analyst for NFL in San Francisco that said that if the Eagles beat the Niners, that he's going to shave his eyebrow off?
That'd be great.
Well, that really funny.
Stop stalling.
Sorry. All right. So I'm going to go with, and again, I'll admit that most of my experience with Saturday Night Live is not as recent, but this person I have seen in lots of skits, and they are hilarious. I'm going to go with Kristen Wiig.
Okay. Yeah. Nice. Look at you with the female demographic.
Dude,
it.
I mean, like, but
she's fucking hilarious.
But she's hilarious. And the thing, and again, this is being that this is to a degree, a Norm MacDonald kind of like love fest right now. Like, the thing that I thought of was who is consistently funny and who does amazing impressions of other people or has characters that they do that is that are really amazing. And Kristen Wiig, she's got a ton of characters. Aunt Linda, Judy Grimes, like there's people that she did, but you hear it, like she was consistently funny, and the impressions that she did were amazing. Kris Jenner, Kate Gosselin, she did Dina Lohan too, Drew Barrymore, she did Bjork, like she's fucking funny.
Yeah, dude, she
did Greta Van Susteren. Like, that's really good.
Yeah, and then I mean, and now she's like a fucking mega super movie star, like,
and she deserves it.
Yeah,
absolutely. All right, so I'm sure that we both have some honorable mentions that people didn't make it, but also
we'll do the honorable mentions real quick.
All right, so who else did you have?
So Dan Aykroyd.
I had him too.
Yeah, I mean Dan Aykroyd, Bill Murray.
Yep, those two.
Chevy Chase.
Yep.
That era of Gilda Radner, like the
Lorraine Newman.
What did they call them? They were called like the not for prime time players or something like that.
Yeah. Not so ready for prime time players or something like that. Yeah.
And then in the more modern era, I had Bill Hader.
Yeah, Bill Hader. I had him too.
And Kenan Thompson. Kenan Thompson's like,
you basically just had the list that I had. Like, there's the people like, and Kenan Thompson. Like, like what I like about him is, again, his adaptability to the characters that he's taking on. So like, that's another one of those like guys that you say like, wow, this guy could really like live in somebody else's skin. That's a good actor, good improv guy, good at like, again, like being put in those.
He's also been there longer than like anybody else. He's like he's like the Tom Brady of SNL.
Yeah, and while I'd be remiss if I didn't give love to Colin Quinn because he was the original one of the original Weekend Update guys. But
yeah, he was
He was terrible in everything else on that show. But as a Weekend Update guy, and by the way, he's maybe one of the funniest people ever.
Oh, yeah.
And his contributions on Weekend Update were great. But
and then I had Andy Samberg.
I had him too.
He's
hilarious. Again, another guy that like Swiss Army knife.
Yeah.
And by the way, one of the things that we just talked earlier, actually, the very beginning of this episode about Shane Gillis, he got chosen to be on the SNL cast, but then they heard his podcast and they were like, no.
You're fired before you start.
You are fired. And I think that it was, but unfortunately for him, but benefit to us because now we get Gillian Keeves, and Gillian Keeves is hilarious.
Gillian Keeves is fucking hilarious.
Very funny.
Let's move to the trash.
Oh my God. I've got so much.
Yeah.
I'm going to start it off with.
Okay, kick it off.
I'm going to start off with the most famous person in this list.
Okay.
Robert Downey Jr.
Oh, yeah. He was horrific.
Horrible.
Yeah. If you go back and watch the clips of Robert Downey Jr. coked out of his fucking mind, like getting zero laughs. And I mean
nothing.
Zero laughs.
Nothing.
It's one of the hardest things. He was only on the cast for like a year. It's one of the hardest things to watch.
If Iron Man could snap something away, he would have snapped that experience away from Robert Downey Jr.
Sure.
I was never there.
It was like the what if version of Saturday Night Live would be like,
which,
what if,
by the way, fantastic show.
Yeah, absolutely.
The last one, I was like,
the Killmonger one.
Yeah, I liked it, but it wasn't as good as the
Zombies one was
really good.
They should have saved that one for last.
What was it? I got all over me.
I forget who it was.
Yeah, Maria all over me or something.
Not Maria, but I know what you're talking about. Mm-hmm. All right, so just because it's topical right now, fucking Jim Brewer.
Oh, Jimmy.
Fucking Goat Boy. That was like the only thing he ever did that was of any note on Saturday Night Live.
Yep.
That was it. And now he's
he's like,
losing his mind.
He's like, I don't like people. Any venues that want to prove of vaccination, fuck off.
Yeah.
He's like, so everyone's like, all right, well, then we're not going to have you, Jim.
And like, listen, one way or the other, I don't care. He's not that funny, and he certainly wasn't on Saturday Night Live. And
Jim Brewer's funny when he's telling stories.
Yes, but that's not what he's doing.
No.
And now he's gone off this fucking deep end cliff of, and listen, I don't care if you're conservative or liberal or whatever.
Matter.
We've talked about this.
We legitimately
times. Like,
don't
get the vaccine, don't get the vaccine. It's your choice.
Don't care.
If
we care more about Wes Scantlin trying to be a rapper than that.
That's for sure. But like just him taking that aside from his appearances on SNL, he was Goat Boy and nothing else that I can remember.
Another fun fact, my boss who just is moving on to a new Jason, shout out Jason, who's moving on to new greener pastures and moved actually from New Jersey to Florida. His neighbor in New Jersey was Jim Brewer.
Really?
Yes, he was.
Did he like him?
He did.
Okay. I'm sure he's a fine guy.
I'm sure he's fine. Exactly. Yeah, but the issue is that
we're talking about their appearance on SNL and not anything else.
And
I'm just bringing him up because he's in the news currently right now, losing his marbles.
Yeah.
And I don't mean that like, oh, he's a crazy person, but he's just like literally like he's shouting at the world at whoever will listen. He's
angry.
Yes.
He's pulling the what's the guy's name? Alex Jones. He's Alex Jonesing his way through the last couple of weeks. All right, so my next one, and this one was easy for me for the worst, was Charles Rocket.
Who the fuck is that?
Exactly.
Charles Rocket? Is that a person?
Yes, that's a person that was on Saturday Night Live.
He sounds like
Charles Rocket.
He sounds like a wrestler. A hamburger, yeah, for sure.
Charles Rocket fucking stinks, but he exists in Saturday Night Live lore. He was not very good.
Charles Rocket, holy shit!
He was a Weekend Update guy.
I never heard of him before.
You never heard of Charles Rocket?
No,
he was in the 80s, I think, or 80s and 90s.
I had on my list Randy Quaid.
Oh, fucking Beardy McCanadian.
Dude, he's a lunatic. We're talking about lunatics. Holy shit, Randy Quaid is crazy, but he was terrible on the show. Just largely regarded as one of the worst hosts of all time.
Can we agree that Randy Quaid, the only
cast member
that there's two things that Randy Quaid is good at, right?
Mm-hmm.
The first thing is being
Cousin Eddie.
Yeah. The second thing is jamming a spaceship up a rocket's fucking bunghole. That's about it.
Jamming a spaceship up a rocket's butthole.
Yeah, he was the Independence Day guy.
Yeah.
Remember, he went up. He put into the ship. That was about it.
Yeah, man,
he's bad.
It was really bad.
Yep. Who else you got?
Who else did I have? Oh, my last one was Victoria Jackson.
I had her too.
Oh, her voice. Oh God. Ew,
well, you know how
you
know how that she was not successful on SNL is that after SNL you never heard from her again.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like people were like, nope, we don't want you. Sorry.
Yeah, it was bad.
We're out.
And then because I had his brother.
Oh, yep. Brian Doyle Murray.
Yeah, I had to put freaking Jim Belushi on here.
Oh, Jim Belushi.
Yeah.
Oh, Jim Belushi. Yeah, he's no good.
Yeah, that's what you said. Brian Doyle Murphy.
No, I said Brian Doyle Murray is a different guy than Jim Belushi.
Oh,
These
he
are
is?
two different people.
Oh, okay.
Brian Doyle Murray was also on that, and who was actually? If I want
it's Bill Murray's brother.
Yes, Bill Murray's brother, and Brian Doyle Murray was the boss in National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Yeah.
And so like,
sorry, I was thinking of something else.
No, but you're thinking of Jim Belushi's.
I couldn't remember what character.
And Jim Belushi, but look, here's what happened.
How do you follow?
John Belushi dies, and you're like, I'm Jim. You're like, okay, great. Are you as good as him? No. All right, well, we'll tolerate you. And didn't he have a show called like?
According to Jim, that was super popular.
Yeah, according to me, I didn't like that show. I had a couple more. So I had Ellen Cleghorn.
Ellen Cleghorn.
Exactly.
Okay, don't remember.
Gary Kroger. Exactly. Gary Kroger, I think, was on for one season, and not very good. You know, it's funny because we're talking about people that are bad in Saturday Night Live. It's like, well, what was he in? Not a lot.
Yeah.
That's why he wasn't very good. And then my last one, and what maybe my favorite one, was P.H. Aykroyd. Peter H. Aykroyd. Peter Aykroyd, brother of
Dan Aykroyd.
Dan.
So basically, SNL family members never ever.
They failed. Brian Doyle Murray, strike one.
Yeah, Jim Belushi.
Jim Belushi, strike two. P.H. Aykroyd, who also sounds like ham and egger, by the way.
P.H. Aykroyd sounds like a fucking pharmaceuticals from the 1930s.
Welcome to Pat. You're on the back. You're selling on the back of a fucking stagecoach. Take the PH. Take the PH.
I have PH Aykroyd. You got the vapors? Do you have the scropula? Take PH Aykroyd's.
Scropula.
Fish oil supplement.
Milkmaid's knee.
Mm-hmm. Old man's gout.
Oh, God damn it. All right. So that was was it. So R.I.P. Norm MacDonald. We love you, man.
R.I.P. MC Fozzie Brown.
Well,
DJ Fozzie Brown.
Oh, yeah. You said MC because you know that's the right vernacular for it.
Exactly.
Anyway, we're out of here. Goodbye.